To me, he
Sneak or not, it wasn't too sneaky because you know what
too
happened, right?
sneaky.
It was
Well,
ain't no.
no. It's always listen, man. That's what, like I said, man. You got to learn about the situation.
Did the nigga
You,
hit you with a $150, bro, or no?
no, brother. No, brother. No,
So you
brother. They
wasn't
did
never
snuff.
sliced or
He the
nothing.
one who initiated the. He snuffed my man, which was
Hmm.
right there at the time, which was his man too. We was all together still. He snuffed that man. I looked down at that man, and then I looked back up, and the nigga was coming with a punch for me. So it was already premeditated that he was going to do that. I didn't know that. He caught me by surprise. Once he caught me by surprise, I got up in 2 seconds and I hit him with a 5-piece with the biscuit and the coleslaw. And that's when he was doing the wop backwards. And then when he did the wop backwards, that's when they grabbed me and motherfuckers behind me went to work. Well, I'm still trying to get this nigga. So I didn't feel none of that. So he didn't actually do it. But do I, later on, did I find out that he was part of the whole fucking movie? Yeah, yeah.
So what did you do for Joe to hit you with the jab? You did something.
Hit me with the jab. Hit me
You
with the
just
jab.
said it, my nigga. You said that.
Yo, Wack, you
My brother
crazy
is
as
all about.
fuck.
It was about his mentality. You gotta ask that man that. I never raised my fist, my,
This,
my, my fist to
this
that man.
all I'ma say.
I never. That's when you're
Fact,
dealing
me and
with
you,
your
boy, I
with your
know you
brotherhood,
got
right?
your issues,
That's
but
why I
if
know the
Joe
streets
was a
ain't shit.
punk Cuban, you wouldn't have been fucking with him back then, bro.
But that's what I'm saying. When it was time for that, he had his own narrative of what he was going to do. I didn't know that. I didn't know that he was going. He was my friend. He was my nigga. Regardless of all the arguments, we still had that bond. I thought. But that's why the streets ain't shit at the end of the day. Then he went and changed the narrative, started making shit up, talking about, you gotta make a rumor up. If your brother or your man catches a $150 and it's for no reason, you gotta start making some lies up to make yourself look good. So that's when you heard he fucked his wife. Oh, he fucked Pun's wife. Oh, because ain't no snitching shit ever been in me. Ain't no funny shit I ever did.
No,
So
I ain't never heard you did no snitching or no running, none of that type of
all
shit.
right, so that's what I'm saying. So they had to paint something to make me look foul, to catch that. And there was nothing foul about that. It was all about business. It was about a deal that I was going to do. And he said no to it. And I said, yo, but what's going on? So he was hating on me behind the scenes, in the business sense, to block some money from me. That's all it was. It was about
Okay.
that.
Was it
So
true to say, Cuban,
I'm just trying to
that
tell you,
you not a
let that
punk
man,
and Joe
one that
not a
man
punk?
after 20 years, he can't even tell you that story.
Is it true to say
Ask
that you
yourself
not
that.
a punk and Joe not a punk? Is it any truth to that?
He's a punk to me, but he's not a punk to the world. But, at the end of the day, I'm brought from that circle of
Okay.
wolves like that. So when I say that because I mean it between me and him. He a punk to me. He did punk shit with me and him. But to the world, no, he's not a punk. He's not a punk. He'll get busy.
You know Joe not no punk, bro. We
No,
both
but I seen the punk in him. I could say that. I could say that because I was there. First, I seen him like this. Help me down, please. And that was the nigga with the motherfucking gun on me. Yeah. So I seen that. So I could do that. But don't get it
let
twisted that he
me
a
ask
punk
you a
all around the
question.
world.
Let me ask you a question,
He's not a
Cuban.
punk all around the world now. Now
When
you
the
ask me
last
that.
time you seen the president of the United States jump out of a helicopter?
Now it's the president of it. That's the
I'm
problem with
just
niggas.
saying,
Niggas get a
nigga,
little
you know,
money. Niggas get a little money. Y'all think that,
but you
fucking presidents of
know,
the
Joe
world.
always been ahead of that operation, bro. Let's just keep it real, bro.
Okay,
Like,
but we was the motherfucking pillage that helped him move up. So respect that too.
they
Respect
got
that. You
that,
said the king is the king. You got the
like,
queen, and you got the bishops and the rooks, right? So I was a rook in there. I was a rook.
yeah.
All right.
Listen,
So then you respect the rook.
I
You
can openly say, nigga, I took orders many times when
all
I
right
was a
then.
foot soldier.
So yeah, but if you're moving a certain way, that king is supposed to let you know. Now, if that rook get in trouble and he looking out for you and you in a motherfucking club and that nigga the king start acting funny and say, "Oh, I'm a king, I gotta get escorted out of here," and leave the rook there. My rook gotta be sacrificed. Get the fuck out of here. You ain't
I mean,
sacrificing
well,
me.
we know the king gonna call the dog, so I mean, shit, you
Well, he
know,
didn't
bro.
call no fucking dogs. He left the rook in a motherfucking club, and the rook had to stand up on his toes and do what he had to do and representing the whole crew. But you left the fucking rook by itself in there. You left your rook right there, nigga. And that's what happened with me and him in a lot of situations. So, it's a long story, brother.
I
That's what
would,
I'm saying.
you
When I
know what,
call him,
Cuban?
when I
I
call him
would
by
be
his
mad.
name,
Hey, I would feel the way you feel, bro. 'Cause that nigga Joe still dropping hits, and he
nah.
still running around this motherfucker.
But
That
he,
nigga
Bring it out.
shining. That nigga done lost
Bring it
weight.
out.
If I was you,
oh yeah, hell
I'd
yeah.
be mad as a motherfucker too, my
But
nigga.
I'm not mad because of that, brother. You're not
That
listening to me.
part.
You think there's a motherfucking
You did because he shut your whole music career down, bro. You know he did.
no.
Stop
This nigga
fronting.
no,
God
but he,
damn.
he he did that for 20. He did
Stop
that for
fronting, my nigga.
he did that for
He
20. And look at you, but look at you, right?
I
Shook put
ain't
you in
shut
position,
nobody
right?
career down.
But Shook put you in position, right?
Who?
Shook, right? Suge Knight put you in
Fuck
position, right?
no.
Who brought you into the game?
Fuck no. Ray J gave me my first shot. And K Slade.
Okay, but who you was
Oh,
rocking with? Who
I
was your
was
loyal?
foot
Who was your
soldier.
loyalty?
Listen, I was
Who wasn't
foot
loyal
soldier.
though?
I was foot soldier for Suge Knight, bro.
Okay,
I never.
now he put so he gave you love. He brought you up a little bit, right?
No, I was listen. He listen. But let me
Oh
listen. I
man, but you
never
doing the
did.
same thing with me and
Hey,
Joe.
hey, bro. No,
You
no.
doing the
I can.
same thing.
Hey,
All
bro.
I'm
I
saying
can.
is this.
Bro,
Look,
listen.
look what Suge is
That
at,
man
right?
has tried to call into the labels and turn my water off. He couldn't.
Cause I know, I understand that because now
Can't
you have
do
to.
it. Too strong. Can't
Okay,
happen.
cool, but I'm saying he gave you that helping hand at one point. He put you alongside with him. You was eating, you was learning from him. You learned a lot from him. I heard you say this. So that man was he was a pillar in your motherfucking in your
Yeah, but
history
I'm
book.
saying, what that got to
So
do with you, little salty, that Joe turned the water off,
nobody
bro?
salty. You know what I'm saying is that he's in jail right now, and look what it is now. Now it's like y'all at
What?
odds, right? Y'all at odds. He in
Listen,
jail,
let me
right?
tell you
He
why.
in
Let me
jail.
tell
Now
you
he
why
not
I
eating.
say
Now
what
you
I
eating,
say.
but now you eating, right? You got the
Let me
power
tell you
now.
why
You
I
shook
say what
now,
I say,
but
right?
you are shook now. You shook.
Listen. No,
So what
I'm
happened with
definitely
that?
not
Now
shook.
he
You
got it. Now he
fucking
riding
know
in
the
jail.
fuck I
Now,
ain't shook.
no, I'm saying you in this position. You in a position of power.
No, no, the fuck, no, no,
You're
no.
not
Listen,
agreeing with nothing.
listen,
You're not even trying to even look at the
listen,
same thing
bro.
I'm
Let me
looking at.
tell you what type of nigga this is, right?
Nah,
Before Suge went to jail, we wasn't even getting along. It was on. He knew that, right? He gave me my space, I gave him his, right? So
same
while
thing.
he in jail fighting his case, finances get fucked up. The world know that shit got bad, right? He couldn't, whatever, right? His mother passed away, right? So the motherfuckers is selling dinners and all kind of crazy shit to muster up money. I get word of it. The woman, one of his baby mamas, tell me. I call down there to the funeral home. I can ping my wife in here right now because she sent the wire. I paid for his mama's whole funeral. I wasn't even talking to the nigga, right? He didn't even know it was me, but he called down there and pressed the funeral home to tell him where the wire came from. When they told him the company, he like, oh, that's Wack. And they like, well, I thought y'all wasn't getting along. Said, we just got to know Wack to understand him, right? But even after that, I buried man mama, right? The niggas still jump on phones that they wiretapping. I don't know how these niggas got them phone calls they putting out and blame me for him getting 28 years like I was the one driving the truck. Nigga, we wasn't even getting along. I wasn't even talking to you, nigga. What the fuck I got to do
But we
with
all
your...
got stories. We all got stories of why we did what we did with each other as we came as a unit. That's what I'm trying to tell you. We all got our stories
Ain't been
that
no
are
unit.
real,
Truth be
that are
told,
valid. You ain't think I did shit for
Death Row
Joe?
went broke.
But you think
Death
I'm
Row went
salty? You think
broke
I'm
in
a salty nigga?
2004.
But you think I'm a salty nigga that to all these years you think I'm
No,
salty?
you
You
definitely, hell yeah, you saw that
no.
nigga Fat Joe jumping around this motherfucker on yachts, dropping hits and shit, all
Yeah,
kind of
man.
shit.
Because I was the. But remember, you gotta understand who built that Terror Squad umbrella was Pun, me, which wrote the motherfucking hits, and I was part of all that. My lyrics was part of all that. Now on the business side,
Well,
we
then
didn't
if
know
you,
shit. We straight out the
I'm
hood,
gonna use Jay-Z words. If you wrote one hit, write another one.
I got him, and
Where
I
they
got him,
at?
and I got him. It's not
Cause
even that.
that
It's
Fat
not
Joe
even
keep
that.
writing hits, my
But
nigga.
I've done, my brother. It's not even that. You know how the game is played. You know that machine is needed for you to get out there and do shit like that. Relationships I made. It's a whole
I
different
know a nigga
story.
tried
Whack.
to shut me down and couldn't, my nigga. So I get it. So maybe you
But
just
you're
need
not
to.
in the music. You're not in the motherfucking front row spitting the motherfucking that talent that's making you that money. You in behind the scene playing with the white boys that you know already the game from Shook because he let you know the blueprint to it. So you put his motherfucking work
Suge don't even know
and
the blueprint to this new shit these
you
days. And
know
he couldn't
you
even
know
get
y'all.
distribution. You knew that.
But you
Cuban,
know
you
how
knew
to
that.
move. But you know how to move behind the scenes with that.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay,
I
cool.
definitely know how to do that.
That's your position. My position is being now. I got to be all that. I got
But
to be the nigga behind the scenes
can
too.
you admit that Fat Joe is a very successful
I
uh
admit that he's a very successful piece of
and that
shit.
Terror Squad is his?
And Terror Squad has been his. None of us.
Okay.
That's
And
his
he's
Terror
a
Squad.
punk to
That's the
you for
reason for
your
16
personal
years I
reasons,
was punching niggas in the face. Because
but
niggas
we
was like
know he
this.
not a punk though, but cause your personal reasons he a punk, right?
No, no, no. To me. I said to me. He
To
did
you.
punk shit to me. Now,
Yeah.
he did punk shit to me. After 16 years, I had to realize why. I understand he was scared of my motherfucking natural shit that I had. You know what I'm saying? My valor when I stood up and fought 20 niggas by myself and represented that his crew was leaning more to me because I was making money on the street. I seen that, but I was never trying to be the leader. He saw me as a motherfucking enemy, as competition. I didn't know that. I wasn't looking at it like that. So it took me 16 years to know that, oh, this
I
nigga got
don't
me
know
cut.
because Fat Joe has never had a conversation with me about you. You know, I asked
Never, he
him.
never had a conversation with nobody
Listen,
about
I
me,
asked
brother.
him a little bit one time, and you know how bro
And he
is. You
not
know,
gonna tell you the truth.
nah, because I really think Fat Joe wants some that's between you and him type shit.
Exactly. So if it's between me and him, why the fuck that situation never happened? Because that would have been squashed a long time ago.
Well,
But
you
but when
gotta
I
squash
tried it,
it. I mean, wasn't nothing
he
done to
put
him.
other
Some shit
niggas in
got
front of
done
me.
to you.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. 16 years ago, that's why I tell you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta also grow up. You gotta also understand that was taken away from me. I'm not that. I wasn't me. I didn't come in this game to be the top gangster nigga or the nigga that start trouble. That's not me. I did that
Nah,
shit for
that ain't
16
that. You
years.
don't want to be that anyway.
No, I did it though, but I did it. I'm the nigga that could say something because I did it. I'm the nigga who punched niggas in the face, that shot at niggas through the whole shit just because of that ordeal. You know what I'm saying? Now, do I
Then,
take credit
if
in
it's
that?
like that, how come you don't just admit that you went to death row for help? Then, if you
Because it's a
sober your money,
motherfucking lie, motherfucker.
That nigga
That's
ain't
why.
gonna admit to that.
If it was
Hey,
real, I would
hey,
admit
look,
it.
let me tell you why
If
he
it
ain't
was
gonna
that
admit to
real, I would
that. Y'all
admit it.
heard what he said, right? He said that's the era that Biggie shit was going on. Boy, that nigga admit to that, boy, they gonna crucify that nigga out there in New York. And you know
Oh,
what? Listen,
look at
man,
you. He
not
like, you
again,
got
man.
jokes. You got jokes, my nigga. That's
Yo,
cool,
Wack
man.
is funny as hell, bro.
That
No, I'm
he
just
not really
being
funny. He moving
the
on a
nigga,
narrative
but listen,
that's a lie.
Cuban, this all I'm saying though.
But my nigga,
You
you
not
turn
that
into a
mad,
gossiper.
bro. I'm
That's
gonna
the
tell
only
you
shit.
why you not that mad.
You turn into a blogging gossiper. And I never saw you
I
like
don't
that, but I see how
gossip.
you
I
do it.
just talk about what's on the table. I don't
But
gossip.
yeah, but that's not on the table because it's fake.
It is. I'm
It's
talking
false
to you.
news. You
Here
for
go the
real
deal.
about yours.
Here
Show
go the
me some
deal.
proof.
Will you admit that you not that mad at Fat Joe?
See, I'm being interrogated. It's a fucking judge.
No, will you? Cause if you lie, I'm a lie. Fuck it, we can
I
lie
don't
together.
lie. Who is
Will
lying to
you
you?
admit that you not
Holy
that mad
shit.
at Fat Joe? If you was,
If I what? What you
he
said?
did a. You not that mad at Fat Joe because he just
I'm not
did a.
mad at nobody like that no more, but I would love for the truth to come out and be real. Like niggas ain't real. That's why I get mad. Cause
What
it's like
truth, nigga? What you
motherfuckers be smearing on my name, like throwing lies on my name, just like you. You over here talking about a situation
You
that
know
never
what,
happened.
Cuban? I'm gonna give you a
And you
single
got
deal,
other
bro.
niggas. You see how that
You
man
want a
jumped
single
in?
deal, Cuban?
But
I'm
you
gonna
but
make a call right now. You want a single deal? Joe might get mad at me about this, but fuck it, my
nah,
nigga.
man. You know what? If
hey,
You
we
want
end
me to
up
Wack.
seeing
open
eye
some
to eye
doors for
though,
you, Cuban?
it's not about the money with me, my brother.
What's that nigga name? Queen Zip. You need a hug, my nigga.
Shit, I love hugs, man. But I love hugs from the girls, man. Not from the dudes, you know, unless you're
I'm
my
just
brother.